how's it going? It's me, MastoDan. Welcome to the MastoCast, episode 37 of the MastoCast, hosted by yours truly. I mean, I've already just introduced myself, MastoDan. This is the monoblog podcast, hosted by me, yours truly, where I talk about and ramble on about music, video games, other stuff, movies, all that sort of shit. And I put it into podcast form, MP3, wave, whatever it is, for you to listen to it if you choose to. I don't know why you would do, but I appreciate you. But yeah, hope you're doing well. I hope you're doing well if you listen to this on the Saturday morning it comes out. Apologies, it's not here with you on the Friday for those who are eagerly waiting to listen to it on a Friday. I doubt it, but in case you were, I wanted to basically attend a couple of concerts before recording this podcast and going on my little jollies. So yeah, I went to a couple of gigs, which I'll get into, and just wanted to have more to talk about in this week's episode, because I was kind of struggling a bit to talk about some stuff. I couldn't really think of stuff, but I've got some shit. It's all good. Don't worry. I've got a note document on my telephone to chat about some shit. But yeah, I hope you're having a nice weekend anyways, if you listen to this on the day it comes out, on the Saturday. We had some nice weather on Tuesday. Went out for a nice walk in Richmond with Haley, my fiance, and John, her father. And we had a nice walk around. I had a really nice fucking iced latte from Sip Coffee Shop. It was very, very nice. And it was nice to have some sun. You know, like last couple of weeks I've been complaining about how shit the weather's been. It's been alright. It's actually been okay. Been sunning it up. And it's been lovely. So yeah. Just been doing that really, and I've been recording the smaller guitar entries, which I will play at the end of this podcast if you wish to listen to it. But it's on YouTube if you want to check it out on the main YouTube channel. All links are in the description of the podcast wherever you choose to listen to it. Sorry, I had a bit of a yawn there. So I've been doing that. My last Swallow entry got played live again on All of England's YouTube channel, which is fucking great. It was really, really awesome. It's really, really cool. Tuning in onto his Swallow Contenders live stream. He does it every Monday at 4:00, and he basically gets all of last week's entries and he plays them, and he he listens to them, he talks about them, he talks with the chat and everything, and it's really, really cool. And it's just really good to be in the chat and talk with a bunch of like-minded people, a lot of people who've entered and put their own riffs towards all his drum tracks, and just seeing different stuff. And eventually, when your track gets picked, and you see a lot of comments and stuff like that, bigging you up and all that sort of shit. It's just really, really cool. So I put my video up. It was really, really weird. I put my video up on the YouTube with the hashtag Swallow179, and before it went on to All of England's live stream, it had about 30 views or something like that. And ever since it got played on his YouTube channel, his live stream, the views are going up. It's like 600 views at the moment, which is really cool. Would have thought just from someone who just played the track on his live stream, it's going up each day, and it's making me want to do some more of these Swallow things, and it's good because it keeps me on my toes with writing riffs and stuff like that. And I just done the latest one for Swallow 180. It's in drop A, and it sounds pretty badass. It sounds cool. There's a lot of harmonics going on in there. A lot of Gajira bits in there as well. It's just excuse me, I'll be on again. It's late at night. It's just really, really cool. it's really, really awesome. And I'm very, very happy with how the tracks are sounding. It's cool to play with different drum tracks and like get a different vibe from each one, and like come up with new and different riffs and put them on the YouTubes. And like, you know, that's another thing as well. I've met a few people within that sort of community who are like posting their entries for the Swaller thing, and you know, you go back and forth of all like the comments on the videos and that sort of thing, and you know, you subscribe to their channel, they subscribe to me, that sort of thing. And like, people are just really nice for it. It's awesome, and yeah, I'm going to keep doing it as much as I can. It's really, really fun. So yeah, so if you want to listen to the Swaller track, it'll play at the end of this podcast. If you want to give it a listen, I'd really, really appreciate it. And also, yeah, the Mixwave competition that I talked about last week, if you are aware of it, is still going at the moment. There are still people putting in their entries to win some prizes from Spirit Box, including a very, very nice Jackson 7-string fan fret thingamajiggy. Looks really good, you know. My entrant is in one of the top 20 posts at the moment, so it's looking pretty good. Whether I'll win anything in the top 3 or not, I don't even know at this point. I have no idea. So if, like I said, if you could head over to that Instagram post, which is linked in the description of this podcast, just give it a share maybe, and or like a like, anything, just anything that can help boost it a bit, just to show that it's still active. You know, anything to get you know, Mixwave or Mike Street from Spirit Box's attention. It'll be really cool. It'll just be really, really cool, man. Like, you know, I put a bit of effort into that track, so I'd like to think that it would get viewed, and I think I did a good job at it. But who knows? I probably won't win anything, but it's just all for fun, really. But the fact that like my post is in like one of the top 20s at the moment, and like it could have a chance of being viewed, why not? Why not? You know, big myself up a bit. I don't know. Like, so if you don't mind, just you know, just go to the link, share it on your story, give it a like, something like that, comment. Would be really, really appreciated. Like, who knows? I could win a 7-string guitar. If not, I could win second place and win a lot of Spirit Box merch and records. That'd be really, really cool. But who knows? Who knows? But yeah, Swaller entries. Really, really I'm having a lot of fun with all them, and I had a lot of the fun with the Mixwave stuff. Yeah, I'll try and get live on Twitch again soon. It's been really, really busy. But yeah, that's what I'm going to do. And anyways, I'm going to talk about music now. I'm going to talk about some live music reviews. It's been a bit... I haven't listened to any new albums since last week. All I've been doing is listen to the new Judas Priest album, because it's fucking incredible. I haven't been aware of any new releases, to be honest, so that's kind of my fault on my part. But I will talk about some live gig reviews for you. So... Monday, I'm gonna say, was it? No, Wednesday. We went to go see Creeper at Newcastle. Creeper, one of my favourite bands to come out of this country. I friggin' love them. I love all of their material, all their albums, all their EPs are great. Every time I've seen them live, they've always been fantastic. Just a brilliant band overall. Why they're not one of the biggest bands ever, I do not know. Beyond me. But, you know, I had to go see them again. They were playing Newcastle, and it's actually my first time, apart from Rise Fest a couple of years ago, it's my first time seeing Creeper do a headline show in Newcastle, which is really, really good. Really good. Do some more shows in Newcastle, please. So, yeah, it was at the Boiler Shop, which is a venue I quite like, to be fair. It's all standing, but... you know, like the stage is high enough, like it's quite narrow. The sound is quite decent, and like they've got loads of nice beers on tap as well. Like it's got absolutely all sorts. Had what did we have? Oh yeah, we had a nice pizza at Weatherspoons before we went. Like the Weatherspoons at the quayside. Had a pepperoni pizza, and fucking hell, the pizzas at Weatherspoons fucking rule. They are so good. They are so good. Like, definitely the best thing on the Weatherspoons menu, I gotta say. Like, I think Weatherspoons do, like, decent enough scran, but the pizzas are just, like, surprisingly brilliant. Like, bang for your buck. Bang for your buck. Anyways, the boiler shop, Creeper. Where was I? Yeah. Yeah, just great to see Creeper again, as per usual. I love that band. Still on the Sagwavor tour, and this tour, I forgot the name of the tour. It was 12 nights with Creeper, something like that. It's their more quote-unquote intimate tour. Quite a few of these shows have sold out. I think this Newcastle one wasn't far off from selling out, like looking at the photos and like seeing the room packed out in front of me. So yeah, definitely a buzz. Saw both the support bands, band called Naught, and yeah, before I get into it, like both support bands didn't have drummers, okay? They had backing drums, which is bizarre. So first band, Naught, they were called N-A-U-T. The sound for them was a bit crap, to be honest. Very, very bassy. You could barely hear like the backing drums or anything like that. But it was kind of kill and jokey sounding from what I can hear. Nothing too memorable about any of the songs or like that. The singer looked like one of the vampires from What We Do in the Shadows. It was quite funny. Like, you know, it was quite gothic, quite flamboyant. The singer had like a very sparkly red jacket, which looked quite cool. You know, the guitar player was like full of like leather and studs with a flying V guitar, that sort of thing. Like, it was kind of like a good like mix between like Joy Division and Killing Joke, that sort of thing. It like on paper it sounds like my type of thing. But the band were like very sort of into it on stage. You know, they gave it their all. Not a lot of it, interaction or anything like that with the crowd. It was just like they came up and went and did their thing. I didn't really think that much of them, to be honest. I just think if you just get a drummer, and I'll be honest, I say the same for the next band, Zetra, who are more gothy than not really. I think more in line of like Sisters of Mercy, Bits of Killing Joke, and they're more of like the synthy side of goth sort of stuff, really. I mean, some of the songs sounded quite good. I remember the last song sounding great, but they were kind of like a similar situation as Not. Just sort of like steamrailed through the set, like just song after song after song. No real interaction with the crowd. Just sort of like there was a two-piece. It was a synth player and a guitar player, singer, and yeah, just was not to be. I mean, I get both of these bands kind of fit the vibe of Creeper. Like, you know, they're going for some gothy support bands. Let's get some bands that sound like, you know, Killing Joke, Type O Negative, The Cure, that sort of stuff. But with these two bands that were on before Creeper, like, your job as a support band is to warm up the crowd, and I don't think anyone from the crowd felt warmed up, to be honest. Like, you know, because there was no like crowd participation or anything like that. And I get it. That's that band's vibe. They want to be dark. They want to be mysterious. They want to be spooky. But like it didn't really sort of warm the crowd up in any way. You know, there wasn't any like, who's looking forward to Creeper? Oh, we're excited to be on tour with Creeper. That sort of thing. And I think that's what led to the demise of the actual crowd for Creeper when they eventually hit the stage. And yeah, obviously Creeper came on after Gnaw, and Zetra fucking killed it, as per usual. I've seen Creeper about 11 times now. I was just trying to work out how many times I watched them. I think it's about 11 times. And Creeper were fucking great. They were absolutely brilliant. A good mixed bag of a set list. You know, they're playing pretty much as many songs from each album as they possibly could. There wasn't anything particularly new I've not heard before in a set. I've heard all the songs before, but I still love hearing, Hardin' with the Boys, Down Below, Cry to Heaven, Cyanide, all them songs, and still go back to the very early EPs as well. Like, the Honeymoon Suite was in there, and that sort of stuff. And they always just put on a good set. They always look brilliant. Will Gould is a fucking hell of a frontman. He's a one-off, and I've said this for a long, long time. They're brilliant. If you haven't listened to Creeper before, just give them a listen. They're brilliant. If you love AFI or like Sisters of Mercy or like Misfits, that sort of thing, and it's difficult to pinpoint an actual genre on them now because all their albums are so different. They've got such a different vibe. Like you could say, like the first album is very sort of My Chemical Romance, AFI. The second one is very Bowie, very Suede, very Britpoppy, but gothy as well at the same time. Whereas Sanguivore is very sort of Typo Negative, Sisters of Mercy, Joy Division, Misfits, that sort of shit. Like they're a fucking brilliant band, very, very eclectic and hell of a lot, and just great with the crowd. And Will's a hell of a front man. Hannah's great when she gets up to do her thing, like goes to the Cavalry and Crickets as well. Just brilliant songs, just brilliant band. I've seen Creeper 11 times, and no matter what, there's never been a moment where I've been like, "Oh, that didn't sound quite right. Oh, the sound doesn't sound so great here. Oh, I'm not so keen on this set list choice or nothing." I've never had that with Creeper. Just every time I've seen them, just the play 10, like a 10 out of 10 all the time. They're just a brilliant band, man. They're fucking great. They are fucking great. Why they're not as big as, I don't know, Beartooth or whoever, Don Broke or any of those bands? Why they're not as big as them? Because on paper, people who are into like alternative culture or goth, rock, punk, anything, should fucking be singing the praises of this band. And I know there's some people who do that, but there's not enough of that. I generally think there should be, Brixton sized band by now. They should be doing like Brixton, Newcastle City Hall, that sort of stuff. They should be huge. They should be absolutely huge. And I know they've done like the Roundhouse before, but that's more like a one-off end of album cycle type thing that they tend to do. So like that's the biggest one they've done. But like there should be a band who are like, okay, we're going to do a UK tour and Brixton Academy is going to be in there and it's going to sell out in like 10 minutes. That would be the ideal situation for that band because they're fucking brilliant. Yeah, they're awesome. Will seemed to be quite emotional. He did admit that to the crowd. That they played "I Choose to Live," song from Eternity in Your Arms. It's a very emotional song, and like he was welling up, man. And I wasn't far off either. I'm a blubbering mess when I go see Creeper. I didn't do too bad this time, but "I Choose to Live" nearly had me in fucking tears. Yeah, just what a band. They're great. I know I reviewed the Glasgow show, which was, when was it? I'm pretty sure it was around about November time. Yeah, it was around about November time I saw the Glasgow. It was the beginning of the Sanguivore cycle, and I think that show was just a bit better because, like I said, I just don't think that crowd was warmed up for Creeper at Newcastle. Like it was pretty stagnant. Like not a lot of movement or anything like that. Like there was a bit of push pit for Honeymoon Suite for about a minute, and then it stopped, and a bit of jumping up and down for Annabelle. That's about it. But usually, like whenever I see Creeper, it's like the moment they're on stage, a fucking mosh pit starts and the crowd's fucking mental. It wasn't the case at Newcastle, and I kind of put that down to the support bands as well. Like not getting them warmed up particularly. I don't want to completely put it down to them. Maybe Newcastle's a bit lame. I don't know. But yeah, I just think the Glasgow one was just a bit better. Like the crowd was way better over there, and there was a lot more going on, and there was a bit more theatricality going on as well with like Darcy introducing the band and like the sparks going off and everything, and just I think some of the setlist choice as well was a little bit better at Glasgow. Like we got Black Heaven at Glasgow, which blew my mind, and they didn't play that at Newcastle. So I was a bit gutted about. So yeah, I think the Glasgow one was a bit better. There's a bit more theatrics going on. Yeah, it was just a bit better. I think that might be the best Creeper show I've seen so far. That Glasgow one last year was amazing. But Newcastle show was still great. It was still great. So yeah, Creeper, check them out. Go see them. They're amazing. One of the best bands to come out of the UK. I'm telling you now. So next gig I'm going to talk about. Watched them last night. The Gaslight Anthem at Sheffield. Got up to quite a bit in Sheffield actually before the gig. Got there early-ish. Went to some fucking museum in Sheffield. I forgot what it's called. Let me fucking have a look. Sheffield Museum. I'm literally just googling it now. Sheffield Museums. Boom. It is called Western Park Museum in Sheffield. Because it was just where I parked. And it was canny. It was good. It was more like talking about like the Steel City and that sort of thing. Life in olden times. We were only there for about an hour of that because it was close to closing, pretty much. So yeah, we had a good walk around. It was quite nice. Went to Church Temple of Fun, which is the restaurant place owned by Ollie Sykes of Bring Me the Horizon. So went there. Really, really nice. Kind of think he might have been there because there was like a black Tesla parked outside and it had like red detail and like the registration plate looked like it kind of said Psycho, like but spelled like in Sykes. But yeah, that car was there. So I was like, I wonder if Ollie Sykes is here. But no, like we went to Church Temple of Fun. And it's a vegan restaurant. They have some really, really nice beers there. Like the decoration inside is fucking stunning. It's really, really cool. It's just like got this really sort of old school sort of Catholic church setup going on. Loads of like murals, but like it's quite modern as well at the same time. Like the modernized like the murals, and like some of them have just got like they made it look like sort of current and kind of some of it was kind of Banksied up a bit, if you know what I mean. And they got some arcade machines in there as well. I got a PlayStation bit as well. Really, really nice beers. And I had, what did I have? I had what was called the Frazzled Frenzy, was it called? I can't remember. It was like a chicken burger, like a fake chicken burger with bacon in it and stuff. And I had some fries. It's really, really nice. Haley had what did Haley have? She had, it was like a Donna wrap type thing, like a fake Madonna wrap. It was called the Madonna. It's like a Donna kebab wrap type thing. Vegan. And that was nice as well. Some nice beers. So that was a nice place to go before the gig. Highly recommend that if you're in the Sheffield area. Church Temple of Fun, it's called. It's quite out the way. It's kind of like amongst like a Tesco and like in a Wickes store. But it's not like central or anything. It's quite out the way, so just bear that in mind if you fancy going somewhere nice to eat in Sheffield. So yeah, went there. Went to go see the Gaslight Anthem at a venue called the Octagon, which I've not been to before. Opening up was an artist called Emily Wolf. It was her solo band, just a 3-piece. Her, a drummer, and a bass player who also plays like lap steel. I think you play a lap steel guitar, from what I can see. So it was like sort of bluesy rock. Like she was a really fucking good guitar player, really, really awesome. Just like very sort of like smoky voice, wearing a flannel shirt. Like she looked fucking cool. She had like this black Epiphone like 335 guitar. I think it might have been a Dave Grohl signature because it was like the diamond cut out F-holes, and like really cool dirty guitar tone, like really bluesy like guitar playing. She pulled out this double neck Epiphone SG at one point where the whole crowd just went ooh, like this really beautiful like double neck SG, and she played this fucking riff on it, like the 6-string part of like the double neck was like down tuned to like drop C or something, and she played this riff that sounded fucking great. And like some of the melodic bits basically played like the 12-string part of the double neck sounded really awesome. And she was really really good. I'm gonna listen to her because like it's just that really good type of blues rock that I really love, like really sort of like moody, like riffy, very rock and roll, but you know it's got like really nice bluesy guitar lead parts in it. So yeah, Emily Wolf, she is called. I'm going to check her out for sure. And then the Gaslight Anthem came on. Second time seeing them. I saw them before at Manchester. Was it last year or the year before? I saw them. They played at Manchester Apollo, and this venue was a lot smaller than the Apollo at Manchester, so this one felt a lot more intimate, and it was great. It was great. Like I do like the Gaslight Anthem a lot. I'm not like the biggest fan. I don't know all of the music, so like there was bits of the set where I just didn't know what song was playing, and I don't know all the lyrics. I'm not like obsessive with Gaslight Anthem like Haley is. I don't listen to them quite a lot, but when I do listen to them, I do really like them, and they were on fire. They were great. They tend to change the playlist up every night, and they played some songs from history books. Their latest album, which came out last year, which is an album that I really, really dig, to be fair. It's a really decent album. Opened Up a Positive Charge was a fantastic song from that album, and played Spider Bites, and they played Autumn. They brought Emily Wolf on for a couple of songs. They did Autumn with her from the new album, which sounded absolutely stunning. They used her for like some vocal harmonies and some more layered guitar parts, which sounded really, really nice. And played a lot of stuff from like Handwritten, like May, and some stuff from American Slang as well. Spirit of Jazz, Old Horns was really, really great, and finished on fucking 59 Sound, and that's when a mosh pit started. And I was like, oh, you know this song, don't you bastards? But yeah, the Gaslight Anthem were great. They were awesome. Just really, really good anthemic rock songs. Very, very raw, very live. Just like a wall of amps behind them. Loads of different makes of amps and stuff like that. Just live, raw, no backing tracks, just this. And Brian Fallon is just great as well. I love that dude as a human. Like he's in his James Hetfield era now. Like he get. Like, last time I saw Gaslight Anthem, like, he was rocking a Les Paul, denim jacket, short, buzzed hair, whereas now he's, like, got pretty long hair now, Skid Row t-shirt, and he was rocking a fucking Gibson Explorer, like, the whole night, and, like, he was like, fucking hell, he's looking like James Hetfield. I like it. But the dude is so funny. He is fucking hilarious. Like, when he was, like, getting into, like, talking with the crowd and bantering on with everyone, like he's just so funny. Like it's just goofy. He's just a goofball, and like just his banter is like awesome. Like he just wants to talk to everyone. He just wants to talk and have a laugh with everyone. Like he was going on about he's getting his nose pierced tomorrow, like because he's in his 40s and he said he's gonna rock it. And he was like pointing at people like who's got piercings, and he was asking if it hurt and stuff. And at one point I thought he pointed at Haley because there was a girl in front of Haley who had like a septum piercing, and like he was pointing at her like, does it hurt? And I generally thought he was pointing at Haley, and like Haley was fucking good because Haley also has a septum piercing, and yeah, never mind. But yeah, Gaslight Anthem were great. Just it sounded awesome. Good set list. Yeah, I'd say Gaslight Anthem again for sure. Brian Fallon is just really funny. He's an awesome frontman as well. Got a hell of a voice. And yeah, Gaslight Anthem were great. They were really, really great. Anyways, what am I on to next? Questions I've talked to Instagram, and I've also talked to what's it called? The fucking what's it called? Instagram and Discord, and I got no replies because no one likes me. Just Haley. She sent me questions in. Anyways, what have we got? What have we got? Haley has asked, if you were a crayon, what color would you be and why? I'd be a red crayon because red's my favorite color. That's it. That's it. If I was to be a color crayon, I'd be red. Have you ever seen someone you knew and purposely avoided them? Have I ever seen someone I knew and purposely avoided them? Kind of. I think so. I think I might have done. I kind of like, sometimes I kind of assume people can't be asked of me, so then I'll just avoid them. That's a me problem, like, but you know, I kind of just like you know, when you just sort of like, maybe it's just me, when you just sort of like see someone, you know, and you're like, I don't want to bother them. They probably can't be bothered with me. They'll look like they're on with something, you know, and you know, I just, maybe that I might have just done that. Like, oh god, never mind. Those are my questions. What thrilling questions from Haley. Wow. Anyways, what's been going on with games? PlayStation Plus have announced their new games for the PlayStation Plus Extra. For those who are on the PlayStation Plus subscription, which is the, you know, the entry one. I want to say the entry one. I don't know. There is 6 new games that have been added to the PlayStation catalog for the PlayStation Plus Extra members. There is NBA 2K24, which is the big one, with Kobe O'Brien on the front cover. NBA 2K24. I tried NBA 2K24, and I'm not good at it. I'm very, very shit at it. So I'm not bothered about that. Resident Evil 3 Remake is available to download for free on the PlayStation Plus membership. So I haven't played this yet. You know, I've played the original to death. I finished it quite recently as well, like on stream. But I have played it to death. I love that game. It's one of my favorite games of all time. And I've yet to play Resident Evil 3 Remake because when it came out, you know, it was like a £60, £70 game, something like that. And it's literally like 5 hours long. I shit you not. It's about 5 hours long. And I was not going to pay that money for a game that's fucking 5 hours long. So, you know, I wanted to wait until like it gone down in price or until an opportunity like this arose. So, yeah. Resident Evil 3 Remake is there for you to download. They kind of missed a trick there. They should have called it Resident Evil 3 Make. You know what I mean? Midnight Suns, which is a Marvel game. I don't know a lot about it. I'm not really a Marvel person. There's also, on the other side of that, there is DC Supervillains, the Lego version, if you want that. And there are 2 more games which look like indie titles. I don't know any of these ones, but I'm just going to quickly search. So we got Blood Bowl, which is available to Blood Bowl 3, I should say. Blood Bowl 3, which is available to download as PS4, PS5 game. What kind of game is this? It's also available for Nintendo Switch. Blood Bowl, the icon of Deaf Sport, returns with a new video game of fantasy football, faithfully using the latest. I see. So it's like fantasy football, but it's bloody. I like the sound of that. I mean, I think it's more like NFL, you know, Super Bowl type football, not like our football in the UK. Soccer. That's obviously. But Blood Bowl 3 is a turn-based fantasy sports video game developed by Cyanide Studios and published by Nacon. It's a sequel to the 2015 video game Blood Bowl 2. Based on a Blood Bowl board game by Games Workshop. It is the third Blood Bowl game created by Cyanide. Interesting. Came out in February 2023. So far, not very good ratings for it. Like 44% like this game on Google. It's got 6 out of 10 on Steam. So yeah, it might be a bit meh. Basically, World of Warhammer. Is it what? It's Warhammer. Warhammer on playing Super Bowl. Not really for me, to be honest. And the last one is Mystic Pillars, which is a game I am unfamiliar with. Never really heard of it. But it's a new one. A 9 out of 10 from Steam, 4 out of 5 from Google Play. Mystic Pillars is an original blend of intriguing puzzles and an immersive storyline set in ancient India, providing you with a unique gameplay experience. Play as a mysterious traveler whose journey across the world lands you in the kingdom of Zampi. There you go. That is a new game, I think. When did it come out? Oh, I think it's a remaster. It's a remaster. Okay. It's just been... I see. This is quite a recent released remaster. I can see here that there's some trailers that were just released about a week ago. So that is quite new for PS5. So there you go. We got NBA 2K24, Midnight Suns, Resident Evil 3 Remake, DC Supervillains, Lego, Blood Bowl 3, and Mystic Pillars. If any of that is your vibe, and you have a PlayStation Plus Extra subscription, get on it. Why not? Play some new games. I've downloaded Resident Evil 3. I'm going to give that a go. I'll talk about that at some point, I'm sure. But at the moment, what am I playing? I am playing still Final Fantasy VII Remake. Loving it. It's great. It's a good fun time. What have I just done over the past week? The chapters that I've done the whole Don. What's that character's name? The pimp dude. Who likes all the girls? Who likes pretty girls? He's a weirdo. I've met him and all that. I've had it where Cloud has to dress as a woman to get in the facilities, and he has to do all the dance-off thing. Wasn't quite bothered about that. I just like beating the shit out of people. It was like a rhythm-based dancing segment, and I was just a bit like, meh. I'm up to about chapter 12 at the moment, so I'm just about to meet up back again with Barrett. I've got Tifa, and I've got Riff with me. And I've gone through like the train graveyard. Yeah, it's great. It's a stunning game. I love it. I think once I have done Remake, I may go straight to Rebirth. I'm not quite sure yet. I don't know whether to take a break from Remake before going on to Rebirth as of yet. I'm not sure. I'm not entirely sure what to do yet. But yeah, I'm really enjoying Remake. It's awesome. I haven't really picked up Resident Evil Code Veronica in a couple of weeks. I just I'll be honest, I'm kind of getting a bit bored of it. It's yeah, it's fucking cheesy as fuck. It's it's one of the less desired Resident Evil games, to be honest. I will complete it. I'll definitely complete it within the next couple of weeks or so. But I do find it a bit of a slog here and there. But I'll tell you what I have been playing. And I don't know if I've mentioned this on the podcast or not. Because I've got Metal Gear Solid on the Game Boy Color. And I've just started playing it again. I've been... Like the real badass I am, I took my fucking Game Boy Color, my modded Game Boy Color, over to work, and I just started playing Metal Gear Solid on the Game Boy Color again because I've got a physical copy, and I, me being the big massive Metal Gear Solid fan, I love it. I love the franchise a lot. And I've got to say, like the Game Boy Color game of Metal Gear Solid is actually really, really cool. I'm not far off from finishing it, to be fair. I've got like a couple of like stages to finish, and I've completed it. And it's really surprisingly good. Like, it's awesome. Like, I'll talk more about it like when I finish it. But like, I'd say get the cartridge, but like it's quite expensive, and it'll look good on a fucking modded Game Boy. But like, if you've got an emulator, like a Game Boy Color emulator on your PC or whatever, or Steam Deck or whatever, anything like that, I recommend it. Just get the ROM and get it. It's called Metal Gear Solid Ghost Babel in Japan, I believe. But here it's just called Metal Gear Solid. It came out after they released the initial Metal Gear Solid for the PlayStation 1, like, handheld portable game, and the Game Boy Color was really, really kicking off at that time, like, and Metal Gear Solid did so well, they thought they'd come up with a Metal Gear Solid game for the Game Boy Color. Different story-ish, but it's cool. It's decent. It's a decent game. But yeah, I reckon I'll complete that in the coming weeks. In fact, I might take it out with me to Amsterdam. So yeah, on that note, I think that will conclude our episode of MastoCast this week. Hope you enjoyed this. I didn't think I had enough to talk about this week, but turns out I think I did all right. I think I did okay. So thanks very much for listening. Hope you enjoyed this week's episode. Listen to Creeper, listen to Gaslight Anthem. Both bands rule. Go check out the new games that are on the PlayStation Plus network at the moment. Let me know what you think of them. Resident Evil 3 remake. I'm going to be playing that at some point, I'm sure. Yeah, but yeah, I'm actually going to Amsterdam tomorrow. I'm getting the ferry there, and I'll be there by Sunday for my little brother's stag do. Very, very excited. So I'll talk about that next week, no doubt. Also, I forgot I've pre-ordered the new South Park game, Snow Day. So I got an email saying it's been dispatched. I'm like, oh, fucking hell, I forgot about that. I hope it's not too expensive. And I looked at it, it's only a 20 quid physical game, and it looks great. So I thought, fuck it, I'll keep it. So I might talk about the new South Park next week as well. So I'll talk about everything, what I go up to, stag do, and shit like that. And yeah, have a good weekend. Have a good week. Thanks very much, everyone, for listening to the podcast. Hope you have a nice week. And yeah, take care. Drink plenty of fluids. Eat your vegetables. I don't fucking know. Don't listen to me. Eat a burger. Fuck it. See you later. Bye. Love you. Bye.